just like that. Well, I kind of need a second hand. Just as simple as this. Yeah. All right, so time to not drop that on the floor. You know how many times I've done this now? This ain't going well. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Finally, I'm back in the basement. Man, it feels like forever. It's probably been close to a week, though. Maybe a little bit less. Anyway, last episode, rebuilt this drop target bank. Look at all the extra holes. Like, there's... what the hell? So many nails and so many holes. Anyway, I'll put that back to original, whatever the heck that is. Sure, a couple nails are okay, but not whatever the hell is going on there. So I probably won't bore you with the me doing this drop target bank because I already did that in the last episode. So if anything exciting happens, I'll let you know. And then probably going to rebuild this Slingshot kicker because I already did this one, so you must do both. Can't just leave one all by himself. They both need a shop job. Then I'm going to probably take a break from mechanics. That's how you say that word. And do the playfield. Strip it down, clean it. It's actually not in bad condition. Rubber it. And do whatever is needed. Fix whatever needs to be fixed. Touch up whatever needs to be touched up. And then I will eventually get around to the flippers. But yeah, I think that's the plan for today. So let the shenanigans ensue. Oh, on a quick side note, I did return that other lamp that I bought, the gooseneck flexible clip-on desk lamp. It was a piece of crap. So this is my first time trying this one out, and it seems to be a little brighter, and I think I'm going to like it. So I will let you know how working with this type of light works. I think it's going to be a lot better than this guy. Just trying to hang that everywhere. So I'm excited to use that. And also, look what I got all charged up and ready to go. My new cordless soldering iron. Now, Wally16 mentioned that he actually tried one of these and it didn't work for him and he threw it in the garbage. So that was a little bit disheartening. I get a lot of good reviews from this on Pinball Enthusiasts from many different people. So we're going to see for ourselves. While we're here, and I'm going to start referring to me as me instead of we, because there's only I from now on. All right, let's turn this on and see. It's supposed to heat up in like 8 seconds. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's been about 8 seconds. I don't know why it's flashing. Why would it be flashing? Oh, there we go. Does that mean it's hot now? Here we go. And we've got heat. Boom. So far, so good. I'm going to use the tip style, pointy style for now, and then may switch to the wedge style tip later. But yeah, that was pretty quick. I like that. There we go. Okay. So does that light just stay on while it's off or while it's cooling down? Maybe that means like stay away from the soldering iron so you don't burn yourself. I bet you that'll turn off in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, maybe it takes a little bit longer to cool off than to heat up, but that's my suspicion. I didn't read the manual. Anyway, excited to use this, so let's get to work. Okay, I'm already liking this light. Normally I would use my trouble light, try and find a good spot to hook it onto. Try not to short anything if the machine is on. Never a good idea. You know, I try and do that and try not to get blinded by having the light towards me. It's a pain in the butt. Guess what? Check this out. Boing. Just like that. Well, I kind of need a second hand. Just as simple as this. Okay. We got to put you there. You help me out. There, thank you. And then it's just like touch sensor too. That's kind of cool. And boom. Look at that. I like it a lot. It was like 25 bucks at Walmart. Feels like it should be like $9.99, but I feel like I'm starting to get my money's worth already though. Okay, it's my very first time using this thing, so I must document it. Just turned it back on. The light went green in like literally 5 seconds. So let's see how this goes. I want to desolder. Okay, remember this red and blue wire goes on the right side. I didn't add any fresh solder into the equation, which would make things easier. Here we go, here we go, there we go. And so this is orange wire on the left. And voila, okay. If this keeps up like that, I can certainly work with that. That is pretty sweet. And it even has a little light on it. All right, I got the drop target bank removed, the switch is labeled, and on the last drop target bank I was missing one of the L brackets. So I stole one from this bank and found this in storage. So I've got a couple extra L brackets, switches, screws. I am missing one of these style screws, so I'll see if I can find another one of these. But I've got some spare parts from storage from an old black hole project, I believe that was from. So that's a bonus. So I'll do the thing, take it all apart, clean it, pick the best of the drop targets. Again, Kurt from St. Thomas donated me these, so I'll pick the best of them. And then I'll have a couple spares, which is pretty sweet actually, since they're all original. All right, time to do the thing. All right, target bank is disassembled, and it's fairly nasty, as expected. This is the before. And I'm gonna dose this sucker, everything, with my super clean and some magic eraser, and that should do the trick. All right, there we go. Everything's all cleaned up. Reusing the sleeve because I don't have any of these. Actually, I'm going to clean the inside of that a little better. Maybe the inside of the coil. This got cleaned up pretty good. Nice and shiny. Yeah. That's much better. Oh, I didn't get that bar very well. Maybe I'll get back in there a little bit. And the drop targets. Not too bad for original. Those heat pressed Mars heads, they actually prevailed, but the drop targets at the top of the playfield don't get whacked as hard as the ones in the bottom, so not that surprising that they survived as well as they did. So time to reassemble. All right, drop bank number 2 is done. Let's give it a little test here. Yeah. All right, so time to not drop that on the floor. Just had to step outside for a little sunset break. Jamie says it's looking pretty cool out here. And sure enough, it is pretty friggin' cool. All right, time to get back to Mars God of War. All right, drop target bank number 2 is installed. The solenoid has been soldered using my wireless iron, and so far so good. But I gotta use it, a bunch more before I can give it an official review, but so far I'm liking it. So I've adjusted and cleaned every single switch. and aligned them. Let's see how this looks from... Come on, where are you? Can you even see that? This light is too bright. I gotta move it. Okay. Come on. Here we go. There we go. I think that should do the trick. Now let's check from the top side. I did have to move and adjust the bank a little bit to the forward position because the couple drops weren't dropping. So sometimes you have to align these guys. But now, boom, perfect. So time to deal with this slingshot here. Where are you? Oh, my zipper crotch zone is getting caught on the plunger. That's not the first time that's happened. Okay, this guy right here. That's it. Is it the same assembly as this guy here? Oh yeah, that's right. I just kind of like removed the coil and cleaned everything. This wrapper looks a little toasty, but I'll do the same. Just remove these two screws, give everything a clean, and adjust. You know how many times I've done this now? Get caught like this? Yeah, very shenanigans. Alright, definitely very dirty. I'll have to clean the plunger, maybe file it down just to make sure there's no burrs. Clean the switch, replace the nasty sleeve, and clean this up a little bit. Alright, I got it all back together again. Switch is cleaned with my Dremel wire brush. The only problem I'm having is that it doesn't got that snap to it. The plunger is not hitting the stop very well. So I checked the other side, and look, I got that nice snap to it. So what I think the problem is that this spring is definitely different than the one that's on the other one. So I think I need to change the spring so that it's not quite as stiff, and we'll get to, it's like bunching up before it gets to the stop there. So I'm going to change the spring and see if I can fix that. Okay, I changed the spring and now it's got a much better snap to it. I had to finagle with it for quite a bit because I don't know what the F was going on. I tried 2-3 different springs and sometimes the plunger did not even want to go in. I don't know if the spring was getting caught or just the alignment of the bracket, but I actually fought with this for changing that spring. Took me like 20 minutes just to get the alignment perfect, but right now it's perfect, so that's good. Okay, check this out. I was just kind of taking a quick peek at the pop bumpers. I'm gonna work on them at some point, but look at this. Here's a doozy for you. That arm is slightly bent, and if I can get this wire out of the way, what is that, this guy here? Then you can see that the other switchblade is stuck into the spring. I don't know what the F is going on there, but that clearly needs to be remedied. The other guys, let's see, that looks to be okay. And this guy looks to be okay. But this guy here, how do you like them apples? Alright, it's time to remedy this guy. I can't just leave this be. So I went digging around, managed to find a donor. Just need that switch there. This one is fine, so I'm gonna disassemble this guy and do a little surgery. This ain't going well. I think I'll wait till tomorrow where I can check my black hole Playfield and steal some parts off it, because yeah, this one switch I was trying to do surgery with is actually a little different. It was an EM switch, and these are different. Everything's different. I need to just snipe the whole 2-switch assembly from the parts Playfield if it has one. I surrender. Okay, I'm gonna pause on Operation Pop Bumper for now, and got a little bit of time left, so I'm gonna take off these plastics and rubbers and give the Playfield a clean and get this top side going next. Okay, I've got the plastics removed and the lane guides up top, so thought we'd go for a little tour here. Have a look at this action. That's interesting. Looks like one of those friggin' nail beds. And these holes here are for wood screws. These are for T-nuts. So these were kind of all a little bit loose, so I got them toothpicked and glued. And I discovered a fun little hack here. This is what's supposed to go on the tube, and I didn't even realize it, but someone must have broke theirs and made a new one out of copper. So fortunately, I've got a spare tube and a couple spare original brackets, so I can pick the best of everything for that. And I even have, spare light board, so I can make the best of all worlds using that. And all these lane guides, I think, are in good shape. Is that a crack? Oh, that's a crack there. So I'll have to see if I've got another one. For the most part, though, they are okay. And yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna probably wrap this up pretty shortly. Maybe I'll just remove all the rubbers. Let's do it right now. I did take a few photos, so I should be okay. I'll just get rid of the big ones. This I can leave for later. This is an interesting way of doing things. You got to remove the spinner in order to get that rubber out. I guess that is the way it goes. Okay, well, let's see if we can remedy that. Yeah, there we go. Boom. And oh yeah, okay, there's a little guide there, as well as the rubber. These posts, I'll just deal with them later. Another one here, another one here, and there we go. I'll deal with all the small ones one by one. So I think that's about where I'm going to wrap up. I've made some half-decent progress. I got to hit the storage unit tomorrow and see what parts I can find. It would be nice to have a bunch of spare star posts too. I think there are plenty in here, because some might be a little bit chewy at the bottoms. Doesn't look too bad, but I'll grab some more if I need to. I think there's enough in that bin there, though. I should be okay. There's a few that could be replaced. All in all, though, they're actually not that bad. Okay, that's the end of this episode. Keep plugging away. Stay tuned for the next one. Oh yeah, and I've used the soldering iron a few times tonight. Gotta say, so far I'm liking what I'm seeing, so I'll keep you posted on that. And my light has come in very handy, so that's a highly recommended item. It beats the trouble light for sure. So good night, everyone. Good night, everyone. There you go.